Hey, it's Dr. Brett here, and I am with my lovely assistant, Madden. And we are going to show you guys a few things you can check on kids to kind of find out from a spinal health standpoint where they stand. So, simple things I look at, first and foremost, is posture. When they stand there like this, are their shoulders level or are they not? Sometimes you'll see a kid, they'll tip one way a little bit, and the head will fall the other way. So head tilt, shoulder tilt is one big thing. I'm going to turn and face her the other way, turn and face that way. The other thing I check here is hip height. So I'll find the tops of their hips and I'll put my fingers there. And all I'm doing is looking at where they're at. So she's a little higher on the right than her left. So it gives me an idea what's going on. Other thing you can look at is from the side, yep, facing the window there, is I want to see their ear right above the top of their shoulder. What happens is a lot of kids will start because of looking at these dang phones too dang much and iPads and all the other stuff that happens with that, they start getting here. And they get slouchy, and posture starts to affect when that ear goes. The next thing you know, their head's way in front of their ears at that point, which puts a lot of strain on the top of their spine. So that's an easy thing to look at on there. The thing I'd have her do, come back over here a little bit, is check their range of motion. I want to make sure it's even. So turn your head as far as you can this way.
That way?
Yep, there you go. Now turn back this way, as far as you can. This way, as far as you can. Okay? Now going back to the middle here. Tip your head all the way to one side. Okay, back the other way, all the way back the other way. Good, back to the middle. And she lacks a little bit going to her left side there. I know this as well too because I've obviously adjusted my kid here since she was born. And she's always had a little bit of a neck issue, which gets more pronounced with a little bit more time in between. So that's an easy thing to look at as a parent. The bilateral symmetry, the evenness of movement from right to left. You can have them touch their toes. You can have them tip from one side to the other. Look at how even those things are. Go ahead and lay up on the table here for me. On your tummy, yep. Easy thing to do as a parent too, lay your kids face down. You can do it like hanging their feet over the end of a bed, and you can look at how even these heels are on her. For example, with her, she's pretty even. She's a little bit pulled up on the right like we talked about with her hip, but this gives you an idea. Some kids, you'll look at them, and literally they're 2.5 foot tall, and they got a dang 3/4 of an inch difference in leg length height because it's so much torque to their pelvis. And you think how many times they fall, how weird positions they sit in for periods of times, they sleep in, things like that. These all add up over a course of time. You're good. And the big thing is that the longer they sit the wrong way, the bigger the problems that develop as time goes on and the harder it is to correct. So my 2 cents is look for these things. Do some home screenings with your kids. If you see like big rib humps one way or their shoulder blade flares out on the one side and not the other side, it's all signs of like spinal curvature that's even more advanced at that point. These are things as parents, if you see them early and catch them early, there's still things we can do about it. So check them out. If you got questions, reach out to us. And obviously, in my humble opinion, it's a little bit biased, but every single kid should see a chiropractor. Not all the time, but just get them checked out. It's no different than physicals they go to, and eating healthy food and being active as a kid. Keeping their spine healthy is critical for their development over a period of time. So again, with questions, reach out please, but hopefully you got something out of this. Thanks.